but just, you know, talk loud so it picks up. I should have brought my fancier camera, but I was like, I want to come do this while we can.
So this is the ECHOMAP Ultra 2. Best, coolest feature about between the Ultra 1 and the Ultra 2, a couple things. The user experience is more like our GPS maps. If we look at it, it'll be similar buttons and pages as the higher end units. The other thing is that this is a wireless communication between A and B as well. So we have a host and a client. We can share waypoints, additional sonar, clear view and side view from unit A to unit B and not have to have a wire. If we wanted to share live scope, we have to have a network because it's a network device. So that's one really cool feature.
So let me clarify that a little bit too. Make sure I'm reading this. If you're rolling down the bait from your side scan and you've got one side scan and you've got a map on the other, if I see something on the side scan and I tap it to mark a waypoint, then I can share those waypoints between the two units? Wirelessly. So no connection or whatever back and forth. You can actually do that simultaneously. So if you're scouting a lake or a new place and you're looking for stuff that you're going to come back to and fish, that's one where you do it, where you're not having to take your waypoints and export them from here, put them in here, and do all that. Wireless sync. That is one of the awesome options, and one of the reasons why I went back to these units. This is going to be great.
We talk about touchscreen and quick sense for somebody, right? So that if your hands are cold or wet, you got gloves on, we can still zoom in on the maps, right? We can do hotkeys based on whatever you want. One of the other really cool features with the Garmin Navionics Plus Vision card, there's different regions. Make sure you pick the right region. We have an interactive website to understand it. But relief shading comes preloaded on the card now. So instead of contour lines, it adds color instead of contour lines. So if we're looking at how the creek bends or moves or wherever, you can see if we zoom way out, this is a demo card, so you'll be able to see it. The blue box is everywhere, but let's say we're going to Kentucky Lake.
Now I'm going to bring the camera in closer because I want you guys to see how much the relief shading, it actually makes everything on the map pop when it fills that in, so that it looks like the actual bottom of the lakes instead of just a bunch of lines on a map. It's really super simple to follow. Look how incredible that looks. That is amazing.
Preloaded on the map card. We can go through Active Captain and we can talk about it, right? One of my favorite features is, this is my personal Active Captain account, right? Here's all my waypoints on my Active Captain. So when I pull up and I go to it, my phone will automatically communicate to my unit. All my waypoints here go there, all the waypoints here go there. No more losing waypoints. Something happens, no big deal.
So you're telling me if I'm, say, goofing around at work and happen to be looking at various maps and whatnot, and I'm like, these are places I need to check out when I go hit this lake, I can update those waypoints on my phone and then have them automatically transfer to my unit?
Without a doubt. The other beauty of it is
incredible.
How many horror stories have we heard of? I lost my waypoints, I'm screwed, something bad happened, whatever. They automatically
got corrupted or whatever.
Yep, they automatically back up. My other favorite feature for all the kayak guys is this.
Look at that.
Pops on, ready to rock and roll. It's a really good, loud, audible click, right? If we listen, you can hear it click in. Really, really good mount. Really solid.
My goodness. And guys, you know that as kayak anglers, when we pack up and move, we pull those units off because, you pull up to a gas station and go in and go to the bathroom. You don't want to come back and have your trolling motor, your units, all the other stuff gone from your kayak. So that is incredible. Easy on, easy off.
We're talking about mapping and what it'll do, right? We can talk about layers. We're going to go to water. We're going to do, instead of shallow water shading, we're going to do depth shading instead. So now we change the way our map view is so that we have different colors, right? Everybody was like, oh, cool, they're preset. What happens if you're catching fish in 8 to 10 foot of water? So we can go in here and change it manually, do 8, actually did 80. And then we're going to do, so we changed it, we made it pink. Now when we're looking at it, right, and we need a 10-foot flat, we can just look around for the pink and go wherever. And so you can break down a body of water so much faster literally just move around. So we know that there's a flat that's shallower than what we want, but it's got an 8-10-foot flat back here, right? Or there's a ditch in the back, right? I've never even been here. We can go wherever we want to, right? So now instead of having to go look to see what's there, you have a big flat in Bully Creek before you even get there.
And look at the response time from him dragging, dropping, expanding, decreasing. Look at the processing power that this unit has, that it updates it just that fast. And a lot of people wonder the price differences and whatnot, feature differences between, say, the 10 and 12 inch versions versus, like, say, the 7 and 9 that you see a lot of kayakers use. More power, and this is why I tell everybody, if you're going to go and spend the loot to go ahead and move to live scope and you're on a kayak, start with the 10 inch version. Just more horsepower, more juice. Get on it right away. Buy once, cry once is like what I like to say.
Nobody's ever said, hey man, I wish my TV was smaller.
100%.
So, you know, even when you're close to it, it's a big deal. I would tell anybody, no matter what, you're never going to be upset to have a bigger screen. My other favorite feature is you hit home and combos, right? We're going to make a combo of how I would fish. So let's just take that for a second. We're going to change our layout. This is my favorite one. Oh, that will work. Right, so we're going to hit here. We're going to do sonar. We're going to do all the way down. It's demo mode. There's a bunch of options. You won't have that many. Okay. We're going to do sharks, fishing shark. We're going to do sonar traditional. We're going to do sonar clear view. Right? It's that fast. Oh, I want to edit it. Edit combo. I need this bigger. Oh, it's already done. Now I have more on my screen.
Look so much how fast he just built a custom screen. Everybody, the place that you fish, you could build the screens instantly as soon as you're sitting on the water. That was incredible.
Zoom in, zoom out, do whatever you need to do. So just keep that in mind. Live scope's about left to right. Yeah. We want to keep our distances normal and ideas. Right, but what happens if we wanted to change this? We're going to edit the combo so when you're paddling, right? I can do this, I can do sonar, and I can do side view. So like, I'm a bass boat guy, not a kayak guy, don't hold it against me. This is what I run at my helm 90% of the time.
Right. And see, if you're one of the guys that are out smallie fishing in the rivers or creeks, you may not pull out the live scope because you're worried about rocks and stuff like that. Look at your side scan and look at everything else that you have, and you can mark everything, but you can see everything in the water. Go out and find that substrate on the bottom that you know to cast you for those smallies, and instantly shows up. And I mean, again, I'm just blown away about how fast this thing responds. It's amazing how far technology has come too, but that's incredible.
On your back.
Yes, sir, it sure is.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time today. Thanks for chit-chatting with us. All right, Fisher fam, I hope you enjoyed our chit-chat there with the Garmin guys there at the Redcrest 2024 Expo down in Birmingham, Alabama. It was a pretty awesome weekend. Super excited to this year have picked up the Garmin ECHOMAP Ultra 2. Looking forward to getting this bad boy rigged up to our new Bonafide PWR kayak and getting it all dialed in. I really love the touch screen features, and there's so many things about it. And I might even add a second one of these later on down the road. Maybe for my birthday or Christmas or, you know, over the next year. Have that double. Have one for the live scope, one for the maps, the side imaging, and all that stuff too. But hey, we're going to run a single unit for now and see what we think. Any comments or questions below? What fish finders are you running on your kayak or boat this season? I'm really excited about this one. Until next time, get outside where you can and make some memories. One cast at a time.